Hey, good morning everyone. I'm back for part 2 of my Saturday morning beach walk up in North Naples, Florida at beautiful Delnor-Wiggins Pass State Park. One of many beautiful Florida state parks. This one just so happens to be a beautiful beach park. And I'm up at the very north end of the park right now, up by Wiggins Pass. Over on the other side of the water there to the north, that is Barefoot Beach Preserve. But it is an absolutely gorgeous Saturday morning here. Temperature right now about 60 degrees. Still have the red tide out here in parts of southwest Florida. I got a little tiny whiff of it walking up the beach earlier this morning. Not so bad. I didn't see any dead fish yet this morning, so that's a good sign. No dead fish washed up on the beach. Found a couple little shells, a couple little scallops, one little lace murex, one little spiny jewel box shell this morning. Not a whole lot of shells. I'd have thought the shelling was going to be really great this morning. We're at low tide here. I think it's in the process of changing from going out here to starting to come back in. But I always like walking up here when I can, making my way up here around the end of the beach. Hear the church bells ringing in the distance from St. John's Catholic Church. The bells tolling. Pretty flat out there. The wind is coming from the east. Look back up a river there, up the Cocohatchee River. Very quiet morning this morning up here. Very quiet. Only a couple of people have wandered up here this morning. So how's everybody doing today on this fine Saturday? Might not be fine where you are. Might be a bit on the chilly side. Our northern friends. Wish you could be down here walking the beach with me. is spectacular. The weather is spectacular. Good morning. Once that tide turns and the water starts coming in, this pass just gets beautiful. The colors are just out of this world. The greens and the blues. Right now it's kind of murky looking with the tide going out. We had a few fishermen up here this morning. Not a whole lot of shells this morning. Not much. A lot of old broken stuff. It's been washing on and off the beach over the past week. Maybe a little olive shell down here. Let's see. Let's see if it's a whole olive or what kind of shape it's in. Oh, missing a little bit of its tip there. Close, but not quite. Little olive shell. Somebody might pick that up. Somebody might grab it. Whenever I see something that's interesting that I don't want, I toss it up higher on the beach. Give somebody else a chance at it. I call those starter shells when they're a little chipped up. When you're just starting out, you're picking up everything on the beach. Everything you see. I love these scallop shells. I think everybody's, when they come to the beach here, when they first start picking up shells, they start with the fighting conchs. I think that's the first thing people start collecting until they realize how many there are out here on the beach. They're so abundant. Most of the time, they are so abundant. Not all the time, but most of the time. The Florida fighting conchs. There's really not much of anything out here this morning. Might be some stuff out here in the water. Might be a little something out here in the water. I'm going to stay out of the water today. Look up to the north here across the pass as a boat heads out the channel, out the mouth of Wiggins Pass. Beautiful, huh? The water picking up that blue sky. Gotta roll up my sleeves there. That's why the camera's bouncing all around. Pulling up my sleeves. Well, yesterday this was just a carpet of beautiful shells down here. All kinds of neat stuff. Now, not much of anything. It's just amazing. Amazing, amazing. And quite a few of us here that pick up our shells up here at Delnor-Wiggins, we're expecting a pretty good morning this morning. I think that's why we shouldn't be expecting. Don't expect things. When the time is right, it will happen. John's getting desperate.
Not too much in here. There's a lot of sand dollars down there.
Oh yeah, that's sand dollars. Yeah, yesterday, today, I don't know why. It's funny how they just, all of a sudden it's sand dollar heaven. Yep.
And then I just picked up a few. There was lots of broken ones.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, ones people weren't looking and they stepped on.
Right.
But, oh well.
I wish they were alive.
Yeah.
I wish it was live ones.
Yeah. You here tomorrow?
Oh yeah. Yep. I finished up my church video. I got that done, so. Yep. You'll be seeing that on Facebook. As you got it. You hit the nail on the head. Glorious.
Yeah.
It is glorious. I wish the water was clearer, but it'll clear up.
Yeah, well.
Just we got to be patient. Be patient. And we're going to have a lot of shells out here tomorrow. No, tomorrow I'm going to say tomorrow's going to be shellless. Did you find a moon? See out here, we're standing here talking and
There it is.
almost standing on top of it.
Well, that was like last week or week before. You and I were talking, and you had a really nice mirror right at the heel of your one.
I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Here, I'll trade you that moon shell for, what did I, every once in a while I think I put something in my pocket and I miss. I got you. Oh, that's a nice one.
Isn't that cool?
Here's one. That's all I got today.
Yeah.
That's the only
I found
an older
one that was about half the size of this. about half.
I found a little teeny one the other day. I mean,
yeah.
That's what days like this I look for, the little tiny stuff, the babies. There you go. Me. When the sun comes out, I can see them. When the sun's not out, I have a hard time.
A partial that was oriented this way, buried with just the spine showing.
Wow. There you go.
So thanks for the trade.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, it's like, you know, when they get, well, that's for a shell tree there. I'm going to hang that one. The black to white, any color.
Yeah.
I don't think she ever did anything on a black one. There you go, the rules of engagement. All right.
Bivalves that were partially tumbled and deteriorated because she said they're really good for air plants.
Oh, the big cockles or the?
Yeah, so she take them and she put the air plants.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she said
Well, that's interesting. Somebody picking up the big clam shells, using them to put her air plants in. She said that those make good homes for the air plants. Well, that's cool. Picking up the big cockles and clam shells. That was too funny. John and I were standing there talking, and right at our feet was a moon shell half buried in the sand.
This one I'm not going to give you, Rob.
What'd you find?
It's a little nautilus.
Oh, nautilus. There you go. Nice.
Or nautica.
Nautica. Very nice. Those come in waves. Oh, he's doing good. Right now the waves are coming up here and pushing everything around. So with each wave, it's a little different. The nautica shell. It's just amazing how things start popping out when you stop and stare. I haven't been stopping and staring very well this morning. It's kind of like I got a lot of shells. I have a lot of shells. I'm not going to say I have enough shells. No such thing as enough. But the more you look, the more you find. Duh, makes sense, doesn't it? Come on, waves. Push everything around. Believe it or not, there's actually shells that are buried here in the sand that you don't see, and that's what gets uncovered when the waves come in. It actually uncovers these little guys. I mean little, like there's a little tiny moon shell over there. I think it's chipped. Yeah, that's a good one. I never can remember if that's the nutmeg or the bubble shells. I don't know. I think that's a nutmeg or turbans. I don't know. But look at that little moon.
Isn't that something?
Just a little tiny baby moon shell.
But the other one, I don't see that very often. That was a pretty good sized shrimp on the beach. It was about that big.
Oh, big shrimp, yeah. Sometimes I wonder if that's fishermen leaving them behind or washing up, or there are so many cool little shells here.
At the beginning of the season, you said what you have to do is stop.
That's it. It's like look at that little fighting conch.
Yeah, isn't that great? I like those little babies.
Look how tiny that little fighting conch is. Look at that little guy. Just itsy bitsy. And there's tons of little shells like that when you just stop here and start looking. Normally you just blow right past them. Look at here. A little tiny murex. Piece of a little baby murex shell. The little fighting conch, the little baby murex. Move over here to another little pile, a little pile up on the beach. There comes a little water to help. Yeah, you could spend your entire life out here doing this and never be disappointed. Just constantly be surprised with little gems. Nice little moon shell. How many people have walked by here, you know, including myself and John, experienced shellers. Most of the time, I amaze myself by finding shells that I've missed. I'm like, now how did I walk by that? How did I not see that? But it is very easy to do. You want to look from, see, I'm looking from kind of one angle right now. You kind of want to look from multiple angles because the shadows play tricks too. Usually I'll walk the beach on one side of the shell line, then I'll walk on the other side just for that reason. But right now I'm breaking my rules, my own little rules as I walk along here. Just have really good light right now. Every once in a while I'll kind of push things around. I found some neat shells under little piles of leaves on the beach. There's a nice, looks like maybe a nice little scallop shell, a little one. Yep, nice one. It's got good form. It's got a nice shape to it, baby. It's a shapely scallop. Little moon shell over here. I gave away my first moon shell collection when we moved about 5 years ago. I gave it to my neighbor. I'd venture to say I probably had a couple thousand moon shells. They were in a big, huge jar. So now I'm restarting my collection. The past 4 years, been rebuilding. I gave away actually all my shells to different people that wanted them, different neighbors and friends. I had some gorgeous shells. Gorgeous, gorgeous. But there's plenty more where they came from. Plenty more. Nice little white scallop shell. Those are beautiful. Almost white. Yeah, it looks like the tide is starting to come in a little bit now, finally. Not much left of this pile. Yesterday there was a big old pile of shells up here. Now it's kind of thinned out up here. John's got something over here. What'd you find? What is that?
I don't know.
Something that... What is that? What kind of shell is that, folks? Look at the inside of that.
Yeah, that was what caught me. I mean, it was just shining.
That is really cool.
Almost like ebony.
Huh. I don't know what that is.
Or obsidian or something, but that's
It's
not
got
what
some
it is.
really cool colors, though.
Yeah, isn't that something?
Yeah. It's probably worth a couple million.
Yeah, sure. I'd like that. Yeah, that's funny.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, that would be something.
Where'd John go? I saw him one day picking up shells and I never saw him again.
Just one shell, and I haven't seen. I thought I saw him driving around in a Bentley convertible.
There you go.
He's living down in Port Royal now.
I came up here yesterday and found a couple little keepers in here.
Well, that's it. You know, if you see the pile up high.
Somebody's been digging through them.
Yeah.
You can see that little trench.
At least with their foot. But that's okay because that still turns them over.
Yeah. I mean, you got it. This is the kind of stuff you got to dig through.
Yeah.
You need one of those little metal rakes to
Yeah.
just
with the
spread them all out.
With the wide tines.
Yep. And I guarantee you there's something in there.
Oh.
Probably even some shark's teeth buried in there. That old angel wing, yeah.
I'll set this one up on the. This one's been in the drink. You can see that.
Yep.
they're hosting. And we put a lot of them up
On the
boardwalk now.
there you go.
You know, for people who
Sure. It's a lot of shells. That is a lot of shells. I found some a moon shell in there yesterday, a murex shell. There's a lot of these little scallops in there.
Yeah, yeah.
That one's busted up. There's small ones. Oh. It's one of those deals. You just sit there staring and it's like all of a sudden, bam, a shell, something nice jumps out at you. It's like, how did I miss that? There's a little old whelk shell.
Yep.
Little spiny cockle shell. Who knows? Maybe my grandma's false teeth are in there somewhere. Somebody found false teeth out here one day with their metal detector.
Did they really?
Yep, they found half a set.
I bet that was quite a war.
Half a set of false teeth out here. Worth some bucks to the person that lost them, that's for sure. Good morning. I picked up an old little scallop shell with the hole in it that I wanted to hang on our Southwest Florida television prayer tree this morning for all of our friends that need some prayers. So I'll just take a little stroll down there and hang that. So hang in there with me. All right, the wind is blowing offshore, so that's a good thing. Red tide, it should be blowing it away from us. Maybe tomorrow this water might start clearing up. It's looking a little better now, a little better. Still not clear. It'll be interesting to see if there's any sand dollars out here tomorrow. See if any new ones get uncovered. People are out. Sand dollar collectors were having some good days out here. We're very lucky past couple of mornings. I just don't even bother picking them up because they're so fragile, they wind up breaking. I wind up breaking them. Even if I hold them in my hand, I wind up breaking them while I'm picking up other shells. I need to just make it a sand dollar morning, and that's nothing else. No live feed, just pick up sand dollars. Go down here and see if there's any left out here. There were a lot of broken ones. People don't see them. They're just buried under the sand. Just got a little bit of sand on. People step on them. Good morning. Yeah, tell me about it. I'm not seeing any. This is where they all were. All up in here on this sandbar. Just look for little bumps in the sand. Just little bumps. And a lot of times you just go over there and dig down, and that's a sand dollar. I'm not seeing any now. Yeah, everybody got them. They did a good job of picking them up. Well, let's head over to the prayer tree, take care of business. Just a little bit south of the warning flag there. That's just south of the pine trees in Area 5. Right over in here. Picked up a little scallop, see if I can find it in my pocket. But this is the official Southwest Florida Television prayer tree up in Area 5. I like hanging the shells on the back side of the tree, so you can see the water behind them. But I just picked up an old scallop shell. I love the scallops, another one of my favorites. And we'll just hang that. Oh, let's hang it up high. Take advantage of these high branches up here. There we go. For our friends that can't make it here to the beach to hang their own shell, that's for you. Anybody needing some prayers? God bless all of you. Lourdes, still got you in our prayers, darling. Still thinking about you, Lourdes. Still praying for you. We want to see you back on the beach with us. Awesome, awesome. Well, it has been a beautiful Saturday morning. Thank you for tagging along. Thank you for being a friend. I appreciate it. Be sure to tell your friends about Southwest Florida Television. Please take the time to check out my photos and other little short videos. I'm sure you're going to see something you like there. You had some beautiful photos of the park here. One of my most favorite places on earth here at Delnor-Wiggins. Oh, there's one. There's a little sand dollar that somebody missed. Half buried in the sand. There's a little one. Let's go hang that on the prayer tree. It's got a nice little hole in it. See if it lasts. Hopefully nobody will take it off of there. It's kind of off the beaten path. I usually hang shells, but I think a sand dollar works. A sand dollar works just as well as a shell. Find a nice little skinny branch to stick it on. There's one right here. Right here. Let's work that branch through that little hole there. It's got a nice little resting place here. Beautiful. How's that? How is that? Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. God bless all of you. God bless you all. Prayers for everyone, all of our Southwest Florida beach family and friends. Prayers for our country. Beautiful. I will see you out here tomorrow morning. A little bit after 8. God willing. It's all up to him. It's all up to him if I'll be out here or not. He is in control of the big picture. Tally ho, everyone. Thanks for watching. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Robb Stan. God bless.